We have already learned how column level security works in Snowflake using dynamic data masking. If a customer table contains sensitive information, a higher privilege role user can see all the fields associated with a customer as shown here. But what if a user with the least privilege role query the same customer table? A dynamic data masking policy protects the data by anonymizing or obfuscating it. But what if you are dealing with a situation where global customer data needs to be masked conditionally? This means that if a customer belongs to a European region, the sensitive information should be masked as shown here in this example, and if the user belongs to non-European region, it should not be masked. This is known as conditional data masking. In this short video, we will quickly see and learn how to achieve conditional masking or a conditional column level security using dynamic data masking policies in Snowflake. So, if you would like to learn about this amazing feature, stay tuned until the end to learn all about dynamic conditional data masking in Snowflake. Welcome to my channel Data Engineering Simplified. For all my demonstration, I will be utilizing the free trial edition of Snowflake on AWS. Make sure to adjust the video quality to 4K since all my recordings are in that resolution. To speed up your learning process, consider increasing the playback speed to 1.25x or 1.5x. For direct communication, feel free to message me on my Instagram account or join my exclusive Facebook group. If you are interested in systematically enhancing your Snowflake skill, check out my premium Udemy courses. This is my Snowsite web UI and this is my worksheet called Conditional Data Masking. I am using the system admin role Compute Virtual Warehouse and this is my DemoDB and my schema. As a first step, I am going to create a table called Global Customer which has customer name, first name, last name, gender, government ID, date of birth, annual income, credit card, card provider, mobile, region, address and created on. If you have followed my previous video, we created a customer table and this is global customer table, and only difference between these two tables, it has one additional field called region. So if you look into this previous table, it has total 12 columns and here we are going to create total 13 columns, and this is a region which does not exist between mobile number and address, right? And here are the simple masking policy which we applied on a different PII column, and we tried all those features in our previous episode. So I'm going to create this global customer table. My global customer table is created and let me quickly run. I do not have any data. Let me quickly describe the global customer table. So I have total 13 column. This is my region field. And if I look into this policy name, I do not have any policy associated with any column as of now. Looks good. So next we are going to review the data which we are going to load, and once the data is loaded, we will review the data and then we'll apply the simple policy followed by conditional masking policy. So this is my new CSV file called customer_conditional, and if you look into this header, I have a column called region, and here region is Europe, Asia Pacific, North America and so on. In the previous lecture we did not have this column, but this time we added this column, and based on this column we are going to mask different PII fields. If the customer belongs to Europe, the PII information will be masked. If customer does not belong to Europe like Asia Pacific or North America, we are not going to mask. And this is just a hypothetical scenario for our demonstration purpose. Now let's go back to our Snow site and load this data. So I can click on this database. I can go to my demo, my schema, and I can click on a table and global customer. And I can click on the load data and simply drag drop. So this is my DemoDB, my schema, global customer, and this is my CSV file which has 210 KB. Let me click on the next button. Now here I can say skip the header, and I can also enable field optionally enclosed as a double quote, because if you see here I have this address column in a double quote, and I will also make sure that only load valid data from the file, and on error it will continue. So if there is a data issue, field delimiter issue, it will simply skip. I have a dedicated playlist which covers different aspect of data loading, and if you have not watched that data loading playlist, I would request you to go and watch that. And if I look into this file, I have close to 1000 record in this file because first line is a header. Now clicking on load button, my data is loaded successfully. 1000 rows are reflecting. Let me click on done. Let me shrink this. Let me go to the copy history. So when I hover on this result, it says 1000 rows loaded and 1000 rows parsed. And if you look into this, this has used one of the temp stage location to load the data. Good. I can click on a data preview, and if I see, this is the government ID which we are planning to mask conditionally, and right now it is visible with system admin role. And with the system admin role, my government ID field is completely visible, no masking is applied. So first we will mask the data using a simple masking policy, and we'll understand the difference between simple masking policy, conditional data masking policy. Before we apply the conditional data masking policy, we need to understand where this condition belongs to. Right now this condition is coming from the region field. If the region is Europe, then the data should be masked, and if the region is non-Europe, then data should not be masked. That is our requirement, and this field is available in our global customer table. Now going back to my worksheet. So if you look into this example, which we have already covered in our previous chapter, we are going to create a simple masking policy which takes a text input parameter, and it is not checking whether the role is system admin, public, or any other role. It is simply masking the text into a hard-coded value. Since masking policy expect a SQL expression, I have used this toVarchar function and just passing this fixed string. So I'm going to create this masking policy. Once it is done, I am going to set the masking policy for the column, and then we will run the select statement. So let me create this masking policy. So my simple masking policy successfully created. Now I'm going to run this alter statement to associate my masking policy with the government ID field within the global customer. And this is how the alter statement looks like. Yeah, so this got executed. Now if I execute select star from a global customer, since it is returning a static text, no matter which user runs the query, I would get the global government ID column masked. And if you look into this, all the field within the government ID is masked. And if I go back to the database, here I can see my simple masking policy available, and it is working fine. Now let me quickly delete this masking policy from this UI. And if I hover, it will display all the information. And here I have a small delete icon. I click on it, and I have unset the masking policy from this column, which I can alternatively do using alter statement followed by unset keyword. Now here is my new masking policy, which is called PII conditional masking policy. And if you look into the parameter, it is taking first input parameter as a PII text, and second parameter is region. And when you are creating a masking policy, except the field which you are going to mask, you can also pass n number of fields and apply a conditional masking policy. Now let me explain what's happening here. So this is my region input parameter, and in this when conditional clause, and so this is my region field. If my region is non-Europe, then return the field as is, and if it is Europe, then mask the field with this fixed string. So this definition looks fairly well. Let me create this masking policy. So my masking policy is created. Let me run a describe command. If you look into the signature field, it takes PII varchar as well as region. Okay, and the return type is still the same masked column. And if I go to the body, my body has this region field use, which is used for the conditional masking. Looks good. Now once my conditional masking policy is created, I need to associate this masking policy with my government ID field. And since it is a conditional masking, Snowflake expect to use another keyword called using followed by the conditional field. Now let me run this alter statement. When I run this alter statement, it complains the first column argument to masking policy does not match column government ID. So I have to add this column too, which is primarily matching with your masking column, and then followed by all your conditional fields or parameters. Now let me run this statement. So it got executed successfully. Now if I'm going to run select star from a global customer, let's see what result does it bring. Now let me scroll little bit right. So you can see the region followed by, so if you see the government ID here, column 1, and if you see the region here, now let's match it. So whenever my region is Europe, and this is the two entries, my government ID is masked, but in all other case, my government ID is not masked. Okay, so this is what we call conditional data masking, and you can use any kind of a conditional expression as per your requirement to mask or obfuscate certain column, or you can keep the column as is if your condition is not matched. Now let me click on the database and let's see how the table looks like. So this is my masking policy, and this is my conditional masking policy entry is visible against the government ID. Now let me hover on this. If you see policy arguments, we have PII text and a region, and the government ID is mapped to PII text and the region is mapped to region. And whenever you have more than one policy argument, it is very clear that this is a conditional masking policy. Now let's run the show masking policy. So this is my result. I have simple masking policy and I have PII conditional masking policy. If I look into this information, I do not see any specific change. Okay. So show masking policy doesn't tell you whether your masking policy is a conditional or a standard masking policy. For that, you have to describe the masking policy. Now we can also check if my account usage schema capture any additional information about conditional masking policy. And then this is my account usage. Click on a view. And this is my policy reference. If I go to data preview, so this is my PII conditional masking, and let's see what all column. And if I scroll, so here my reference entity name is global customer and reference column name is government ID. However, it does not capture anything related to conditional masking. For that, you have to really describe conditional masking and understand it. And if I run this describe masking policy once again, this is the signature. So by looking at the signature, and if I look into the signature, signature only signifies that it is a conditional masking policy. Whether condition is being executed or not, I think that is not required. But if somebody asks whether it is a conditional data masking or a simple data masking, so by looking at the signature or a body, you can tell yes, it is a conditional data masking. I hope you got something valuable from this video. If you did, please hit the like button. Your support not only recognizes the work behind this free content, but also helps others to discover this playlist. And if you think it can help someone else in your team, feel free to share. Thanks for watching, and let's spread the knowledge and growth together.